Hello everyone. Welcome to weekly practice tournament by Chessbrainz. I'm Chirag. I have Pratik with me. Yeah. Hi Pratik.
Hey, hi Chirant, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. So I'm so excited to see the games of both the categories, the Rook category as well as the Knight category. So let's start.
Sure. So as always, we'll be going through both the categories. That is Night Owls as well as the Rook Masters. So in the Night Owls category, we have 7 kids taking part in today's tournament, and in Rook Masters, we have 10 students taking part, and we will directly jump into the game. So this is the game. So I think Subir is playing from white pieces and Rishabh is playing with black pieces.
So Chirant, I can see that both are really strong players. Suvir as well as Rishabh, they have more than 1800 points on the chess, correct?
Yes, yeah. So two upcoming talents of Chessbrainz, as well as they are improving constantly.
Yeah. So this promises to be a really tough game.
Yes. Even the rating difference is also not much.
Correct.
It's basically 60 or 70 points.
Right. Okay, so the game has just started. So Chirant, what do you think about this position?
I guess both of them are playing according to the opening principle, that is development of pieces. But white pieces are more active compared to the black pieces. So
Okay, so
because
when I look at positions like this, Chirant, I immediately notice the bishop on c8, the light square bishop of black. Right.
yes,
What is the future of that bishop, Chirag?
yeah. So there are few ideas that black can execute. One is to play b6, bishop b7, or bishop a6, something like this, and another one is to push the pawn and bring the knight out and bring the bishop out. So these are the
Right.
two ideas that we usually do if the bishop is in c8.
Correct. So this is the only problem that people face when they are playing Queen's Gambit, right? Or the Slav, right? The
Yes,
bishop on c8 becomes a liability, and then you need to find a way to get the bishop out. Because if
that's
you
true.
don't get that c8 bishop out, it means like you are playing piece down.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, I think Rishabh has blundered a pawn here. Yes, he missed this move.
Yeah.
He thought the queen will be protecting the bishop, but the thing is, the knight is also there to protect the bishop.
Right.
Okay. But as of now, Suvir is having a slight advantage as well as he's having an extra pawn.
Correct.
So I guess we can come back to this game because as it's still in the initial phase of the game, something can happen in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So here Suvit, Suvir's brother, he's taking on Ampriam.
Yeah. So when I see this position, Kiran, I notice that okay, white has a strong f file, right? That's why white has doubled the queen and the rook on the f file, and
Yes,
then white also has a strong a file under control.
right. So what we usually teach kids is we should not go for these double pawns. Double pawns are basically having two pawns in the same file,
Correct.
but sometimes these double pawns will help us to creating open files. Open files are basically the files which doesn't have much blockading. Okay.
And we should always place our rooks on the open file, right, Chiran?
Right. So that's what I think Suvit did. He's keeping both the rooks in the open file. I think now he made a mistake because now the rook can just capture the pawn. Yes.
Right.
But here, I'm noticing one more thing here, Pratik. So can
Mhm.
black just jump inside like this?
Yeah, there is a possibility because there is a hole on g3, right? G3 is a dark square weaknesses. Black can certainly try to exploit.
Yes. So I guess Amplin should try to exploit this one, or even he has a better idea to push h5, h4, and knight h5, knight g3.
Right.
So these are the ideas that he should try to execute, but we have to wait. I think we need to check what's the plan of black.
Correct. So, Chirant, I can see that we have got one of the parent, right? And we have got the leeches ID of the kid.
Yes, we got few requests.
Yeah,
We
we have
will.
got a request on our YouTube channel, so we can go through the games.
Yes. So first request is from Hestrob. I think he's Rishikesh.
Yeah.
So here Rishikesh is taking on Sign. Okay, even we got a request from Sign. I think we can
Yeah, let's go
analyze
through
it.
the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Rishikesh is having an extra pawn as of now. But I
So Rishikesh is
guess
playing with black pieces, Sign is playing with white.
right.
So black has an extra pawn and also the activity of pieces is better, right, for black?
Yes. So basically, he's having two pawns which is staying in the center. So always we suggest students to keep the pawns or pieces in the center so that it will be a problem for our opponent or its strength will increase.
So basically what happens, Chirand, is like we always advise kids to get the pawns at the center because when you have the pawns at the center, they can control more number of squares.
Yes. So you can see the pawns in the center is controlling two squares of the opponent's territory.
Right.
Okay. So queen c5. It's an interesting move.
Queen f8. That's
Sorry, queen
interesting, right?
f8. Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have played queen f8. I would have gone with queen a5.
Yes. Even this looks good. Queen a5. So the reason he played here because the rook, the queen should keep on supporting the rook. That's the
Correct.
reason he kept in the same diagonal, I guess. But queen a5 looks better.
Or how about d4? Like why didn't black play d4?
So what I thought was once he plays e4, this e4 square will become weak. So once he pushes the pawn, so the
Mhm.
white can just bring his knight like this and keep his pieces in the center.
Yeah. That's true. If you push a pawn, then certainly the that e4 square you will lose control of that square. But then
Yes.
even you have certain plays, right? You can play your knight to d5 and then knight to c3.
Yes. Yeah. So pawn d4, knight d5, knight c3. Even
Yeah, so
this
there are
looks
certain
good.
pros and cons of that move. Yeah,
Yeah. But here, Pratik, we have to be very careful. He cannot move this knight because the queen can enter the black's territory easily
yeah,
once he move his knight from this f6
correct.
part.
So knight is like the little defender of the king, right? You need to get have the knight on f6. If you move the knight on f6, the queen enters.
Yes. Yeah. It's basically defending the entire king side.
Correct.
Okay. We have few moves. Oh, he
Mhm.
immediately brought his knight.
Okay. Now we play d4.
So I was thinking, can white go for knight h6?
Yeah.
So if pawn captures, then queen can enter. I guess this is definitely one of the plan of Sign. That's the reason he played queen f3.
I do feel the same. He might go for knight takes h6 sacrifice.
Yes. Okay, now you can see, right, after pushing the pawn, now I suddenly feel that white is better because of the weak squares that are created in
Correct.
the black's territory. Oh, he missed this.
Oh, he should have played knight takes h6.
Yes, so this move looks good. But still, now also you can see, right, so there is no proper way to defend the g7 pawn.
You need to go to f8. Okay, even if you play queen f8, knight takes h6 is coming.
Yes. Uh, I guess knight h5 will come up with queen g6. Even this is also not a best idea for black.
Suddenly, white's position looks quite promising, right?
Yes, bishop h6 and bishop g7. Oh, knight h6. He played knight h6. Bishop h6 was better, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Bishop h6 was certainly better because you need to bring one more piece into the game, right? So h6 was really strong, bishop h6.
bishop h6 and here.
And then lots of pressure on g7 square. Yeah.
Knight g4. So this is one more important point for all the students. When you are attacking, don't exchange the pieces.
Yeah.
Don't exchange the
Shouldn't have
pieces.
played knight g4.
Yes, he could have saved his knight by playing knight f5 so that he will be having enough pieces to go for an attack.
So in short, when you're attacking, you should always try to preserve your pieces because you need more pieces to attack your opponent's king. But while you are defending, try to trade the pieces.
Yes, exactly. So here now suddenly again it looks equal. Ooh, wow. Yeah, he found this. Okay, Rishikesh is losing a rook now. I guess here sign is clearly better.
Correct.
We'll
He found a good tactic, yeah.
yeah. So we'll come back to this game. I guess Pratik will just quickly go through night owls and we'll
Ninth
come back.
category because we have got a request for from Herman Chess.
Yes. Okay. I can see there are 10 kids taking part, and we
Mhm.
have already 4 winners: Varun, Shivansh, Herman, as well as Sharvil.
Yeah.
Let me check if Herman is playing a game. Yeah, he just started his game. Uh, okay, for e5, queen h5.
Oh, really?
Yes, so I think he's trying for some scholars meet.
Balance mate.
Yes. So, but we prefer kids not to bring out their queens and rook in the early stage of the game because it might become a subject of attack and opponent will keep on attacking us. Knight f6, oh, it's a
Oh,
mistake.
that's not the right move because now he can take the pawn on e5.
Yes, the better move was knight c6 to support the pawn. c4, knight c6, queen here. Wow.
Oh, he found a okay. She found a very good move, right?
Yes. Oh, knight captures queen. I think Harman should play a little bit slowly.
Oh, never take out the queen early in the game.
Yes. Yeah, this is an example, I guess. I think Harman will learn from this.
Yeah. Now even the rook on a1 is gone.
Yeah, so now this is clearly better for Samira.
Yeah. So as per the opening principles, Chiran, we always advise our kids to first play with the minor pieces, right? Get out your bishops, get out your knights, play with them. The
Right.
queens and the rooks, they will come out in the later stage of the game.
Okay, so queen f6 and there might be checkmate coming soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
He played a very good move. Queen f6 is a fantastic move.
So I guess after the second move, she's playing well. After the second move that she blended one of the pawn.
Okay. Knight d6 check.
Okay.
White is offering lots of pieces.
Yes. So I prefer Harman to play a little
Yeah.
bit slowly because you can see the game has just started 15 minutes back and he has already completed 4 games.
Yeah. That's not the correct way to play chess.
Yes. Even though if you play 4 games for the entire 1 hour, the quality of the game should be good. So then
You are right,
only
Chiran.
so we can improve much more quicker. We'll check this game. So here white player is Sharvil and he's taking on Shivansh who is playing with black pieces.
Okay, so Shivansh is playing with black, Sharvil is playing with white. I think both the players are following the opening principles, right? Trying to get their pieces out.
That's correct. Knight
Yes,
e5. This looks good, and I think even black can try the same.
correct.
Knight d4.
Black should certainly go for knight e4.
But I don't think now it's a good idea because queen g3, bishop h6, bishop b7, a lot of
So
things
queen
can
g3
happen.
is a blunder, right? Because of knight e2 check.
Oh, right. Yeah, I missed this.
It's a fourth coming, yeah? You get the queen.
Yes. So the fork is completed. Okay, I prefer now white to just capture this knight if possible. Okay, yeah. So
Just two
now,
double pawns.
yeah, still he can try knight d4 now with the same
Yeah,
plan.
same plan, yeah. Black should go for knight e4. It is such a tempting move, right? Get your knight at the center of the board.
I hope Shivansh. Oh, g5.
Oof.
Okay,
Okay.
it's a good move.
Now, white played a very good move, right?
Yeah. So
He
even
played the
if
king
I
pawn.
was white, I would have gone for f4.
Yeah,
F4 also looks good because it will open up the rook's file as well.
correct.
This is a good move by Sharvil.
Oh, when you castle Chiran, you should never play G5. Am I right?
Yes. So these three pawns are basically safety for the king. So that is the reason we go for castling. Okay. I'm not
Oh,
sure about the plan. Okay, he's still targeting this c2,
targeting
but
C2.
Shivansh could have targeted it in a better way by playing knight
Yeah,
d4.
with multiple threats.
Bishop b3 looks good to save this pawn.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure black will capture and white will save the rook.
Yes, that's the only move. So here, Pratik, even I'm thinking of wow. Now he played this move.
Okay, now there's a huge threat coming.
Yes, Sharvil should be very careful. Oh, he missed this.
Oh, knight e2 and you get the queen, Shivansh.
Yeah, he won that.
Yes.
So this is the reason, even though in the losing position, don't give up.
Yeah, you should never give up.
So the
Yeah.
game can turn in your favor anytime. Now
So
the
this is
next,
the beauty of learning tactics, right? Shivansh knew what is knight fork. That's why he went for it. So
yes,
learning the tactics is extremely crucial. And once you learn the tactics in your class, go to Lichess and solve hundreds of puzzles for that tactic.
yes, that's correct. And even Sharvil also went for some tactics by playing h4. He's
Yeah,
exploiting the pin. Pin is also one of the tactic.
yeah,
So I
absolutely.
guess they both are good at tactics, but Sharvil missed one of the tactic. So I think he will go for rook g8 to target the g2 pawn. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
and he
played
played.
it.
Now black should go for h5, h4.
Yeah, h5 h4, or even he can try to double up and queen h4. Lot of things
Yeah,
black can try here. So as of now, I guess Shivansh is clearly better. We'll come back to this. So here Devaditya is playing with white pieces and he's taking on Harman, who is playing with black pieces. Oh, the last move was a great move by Devaditya. You can see bishop a4. It's a double check.
yeah.
And the next move, there's a checkmate. Harman cannot defend it.
It's a forced checkmate, right, Chirag?
Yes, black cannot defend this checkmate. It's a very good move by them.
So double checks are extremely powerful because when you give a double check, opponent has to move the king. There is no other alternative. And Devaditya played a fantastic move to finish off the game.
Yes. So this was a great finish from them.
Yeah.
So basically, when we have double check, two pieces will be giving a check at the same time. Even if you defend the check of one of the piece, the another piece will be still giving a check. So that's the reason the king has to move from its place to defend it.
Correct.
So yeah. So
Can you just go 2-3 moves back, Chiran? I just want to see what happened in this game. Okay.
yeah,
Bishop.
knight here, queen.
Oh.
Oh, I think they also missed here. He could have just captured the queen and he played knight a4. Okay, then
Did White calculate all this?
sorry, no, I guess I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, if you ask him, I'm sure he will say this. So knight captures. Yeah, he just made a mistake, but yeah, it's a great
Yeah, but
finish.
it was a beautiful finish, right?
Yes, yes, it's one of the finest finish. Okay, so we have three players with 4 points: Sarthana, Shivansh, as well as Varun, and we have five players with the 2 points. And yeah, so we'll just quickly go through the Rook Masters and we'll come
Yeah.
back. So you can clearly see the difference, right? Pratik and so Rook Masters and Night Owls. So in the Rook
Absolutely.
Masters, there is only few games they have completed. So, but in the Night Owls, we can see lots of games they have already completed. So if they want to get better in chess, they should start playing slowly, like the Rook Masters participants.
Now, if you look at Rishabh, he just played 2 games, but he won both of them, right? That matters, right? The winning percentage is more important rather than playing hundreds of games.
Yeah, exactly. Even Suvit, Sain, Sankit, they have played only one game,
Absolutely.
and they are still playing the second game.
Correct. That's the right way to go ahead.
Yeah. So here, Suvit is taking on Sai. Oh, I guess Suvit is up with complete piece. Suvit is clearly better here.
Mm-hmm.
I think even after this move, the rook can just go for he can just go for a trade because this pawn can be a threat
I
for
mean, it
black.
is a piece up, right?
Yes, just pawn push. He will win this one. Pawn push and rook e8.
How can black stop this? I don't see a way of stopping rook e8.
Oh yes, there is no way. If he tries to play king f8, queen h8 is a checkmate.
Yeah,
So I guess
because the
that
queen is controlling the h5.
right. So there is no way to stop this. I guess might be it might become checkmate as well. Yeah. So rook e8 checkmate.
It's a mate, right? Mate into.
No, the queen can still come inside, but he can just trade the queen and he can win this one.
Yeah.
So I guess Suvit can handle this easily. Okay, yeah. So here, Sanchai is playing from white pieces and Rishabh is playing with black pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see that rating, there's a huge difference in rating, nearly 500 points.
Yeah.
But if you play a good game, rating will not matter.
Correct. Everything depends upon the quality of moves that you make, right? If you make good moves, yeah, you will win the game.
I can see the
So,
last
how do you
position.
analyze this position, Chiran?
Yeah. So here, I guess White completed all his development. He needs to just bring up his rook, but Black is down with a development a little bit because his knight and rook are in still initial position. So White can take advantage by playing rook c1 takes knight b5, targeting the queen,
Right.
which again an open file.
Yeah.
Yeah, open file plays a major role when you have a rooks. So rook c1 is a good move for white as of now. He can try for it.
So, Chiran, in this position, don't you think black should go for an isolated queen pawn? Like, black should trade the pawns on c4, right?
Yes.
And then place your knight on d5.
Wow, he played it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a very advanced tactics called as blockading.
Yes, I think Rishabh should go for this because to avoid this open file as well.
Yeah.
It's the better way to go so that he can keep his c6 pawn uh, to shelter the queen.
And what happens, Chiran? Like, if you have an isolated queen pawn and you land into the end game, don't you think it's a drawback for you?
Exactly. So, but it depends on the position. If there is no pawns in adjacent files as well as in the same file, it will be an advantage
Yeah.
sometimes.
So that pawn becomes a pass pawn.
Yes. So that pawn will become a pass pawn, and the king will be keep on blocking this pawn, our opponent king.
Correct.
But as of now, black is having enough pawns to defend this d4 pawn, and in the future, I think black will keep on target that pawn.
Okay. So white captured it.
Okay, I
Now simply
guess
play knight takes d5,
yeah.
right?
For
I
knight
think
takes
black will go for knight takes d5. Yeah.
knight b5. I was checking for more knight b5,
Okay, that's interesting. So you get a strong bishop.
queen b8, queen takes, and queen b7.
Yeah. I think white will go for it.
Yeah, I'm sure Sanjay will find it because he's playing some very good moves. He will find this. I guess we'll come back to this game again.
Yeah.
So Athar is playing with white pieces and he's taking on Monvi with black pieces. Okay, it's an interesting position. So the rating difference is not much; it's quite close. So we can expect a tough fight between both the players. As I can see here, this bishop alone is not allowing white to castle. Yeah. So now this might be a problematic for white because his king is still in the center.
Hmm.
Queen f4. Okay.
I don't think white has any plans of doing castling.
He we should go, but in the opposite side. But it's a problem for it because rook can enter inside easily.
So when you have an open file, avoid doing castling at that side, correct? So ideally,
Yes.
just go for short castling. It will be a simpler game for you,
But the bishop is not
but
allowing
the
now.
bishop is not allowing you.
Yes, exactly. So d6 actually it's a very good move. So he's trying to open up the e file for the rook. Even though he might lose one of the pawn, but he will get a better position here. Oh, knight f7.
Knight takes f7.
Yeah, I think he will capture the knight in the next move, but I don't think this is the best move here.
Because you open up the file for the rook and your king is at the center.
Yeah, so I was checking what if queen goes to e8, something like this. F7, fine.
Okay. Oh, now he wants to play rook e8.
Um, yes. So I think the better move was queen d7 to bring back another rook into the game.
Correct, correct. Get another rook into the game. I think now white has to castle on the queen side.
Yes, we
There
don't
is
have
no
any other option.
other alternative.
Yes.
You cannot keep the king at the center like this.
But again, the problem is after castling, the rook will enter here. There will be a problem again.
Yeah.
So sometimes what we usually ask our kid to develop our pieces toward the center of the board or near the center of the board. Now you can see even though Manvik's piece in the corner, it's doing a great job of blocking the opponent's king.
Correct. Okay, now white castle, but what about the f2 pawn?
Yes, so he has to give up. Okay, rook b8. This also looks good, but there is no immediate threats.
No immediate threat, right? Now I think white can simply play f3, right? Pawn to f3 and everything is saved.
Yes, but I was thinking of the move bishop c4, something like this, to
Mm-hmm.
target the pieces, or even rook e8, rook e2. This looks good. Oh,
h6, that's unnecessary.
yes, yes, it creates weakness here. It creates weakness.
Now actually it's good, right? Okay, check f4.
So I guess both the players are playing pretty fast. I prefer both of them to play little bit slowly.
Now how about knight e7? Knight e7 and knight g6?
Yes, this looks good. For knight e7, the king will come to h7, and rook g1.
Or how about simply playing pawn f5?
Pawn f5. Yes, I think even this will work. Okay, rook g1 directly. That's interesting. Okay, g6. Oh, okay. He's trying
Go
for
for
the
it.
checkmate.
Yeah.
Oh, now knight e7.
Knight e7, yeah.
But the problem is queen f4, queen here. Lot of things are coming still.
Correct.
So white should find a way to tackle this. Yeah. So he found this one weak. That's good.
Or king b1. Lots of tactics in this position, Chiran.
Oh, queen e4. There's a rook.
Oh, that's a blunder.
Yeah. So I thought he thought that he's getting it. Oh, I thought he missed
And you didn't capture it.
this. Yes, he missed this.
Why are kids playing so quickly, Chiran?
Yes, yeah. So I'm sure his coach will identify this one while analyzing the game. Yeah. So it's a simple way now. Queen f5, knight g6. I think the game is over. Almost over. Oh, again. Atar could have found the
A better
better
move.
move by
Yeah.
taking some more time.
Now you need to bring one more rook into the game, right? How would rook d5, rook h5?
Okay, yeah. So rook e1, rook e7, something like this.
Yeah.
He can try this. Rook e3. Okay, yeah. So he's trying to triple up the
I
pieces
think
here.
this is good, right? Or how about rook h1? Rook h1 and then sacrificing on h6.
Yes, yes. There are a lot of threats that's coming up here.
I think rook g3 is a very good move.
Yes. Rook g3 looks good. I think rook h1.
Do you think white will play rook h1 here? It looks very strong.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sure he will play rook g1 or rook f1, but we need to find the move that he will choose. Okay, fine.
White should go for rook h1.
Yes. Yeah, I guess we'll come back to this game because he's just okay. It's actually equal. The position is still equal, Pratik. Black is having a bishop at 2 pawns for the rook. It's still
Correct.
equal. Oh, a4. I guess he's creating some weakness.
So when you are in an attacking position, Chiran, you should not waste such moves, right? Your
Right.
every move should be a threat. Why are you playing a4? Go for rook g1. Go for rook h1.
Exactly. So
Now at
now,
least now I think white will go for rook h1 because the rook is under attack.
so I guess Manvik provoked him to play this move.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah. So I guess we'll come back to this game. We'll just go through other games. Okay, we have Suvik who joined with Rishabh
Hmm.
for the 2 points. Yeah. So we'll quickly go through the night outs and we'll come back.
Yes. So who is leading now? Shivansh is on 8. Wow, he won all the 3 games.
Yes. Varun
Varun
is
is
in
on
7.
7.
Sardana is in 6. They are very close.
Yeah,
And I guess even Nand with just one win, she can enter the top one.
that's true because she's on a winning streak.
Yeah. I guess it's Nandini, right? Nand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's also in the winning streak. I think she's playing a game. Okay, she's playing against Shivansh. It's a great game. She's taking on her competitor for the first place. Okay.
So what do you think about this position, Chiran?
Okay. It's a very interesting question. Shivansh is up with a piece, but his king is not at all safe.
Yeah.
His king is not at all safe. Yeah, so we need to find how Nandini will take advantage of this. Rook b3.
Rook b3 is interesting.
So actually the pawn, it's tempting to capture this pawn, but this will give an advantage for black itself. If he
Because knight
captures
will
the
jump
pawn.
on c5.
Yes, exactly.
Again, a very interesting decision to trade the queens because whenever you are ahead in material, you should go for trading the pieces, right? To
Exactly.
simplify the position.
Yes. So that's what Shivansh is going for. But here, okay, there is no proper way to come out of this, Pratik, because rook takes
Yeah.
f2 is coming out.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a great move. Rook takes f2 is not working because rook takes d6 is coming.
Correct. Fantastic.
Oh, Shivansh missed it.
Let's see. Can
I
white
hope,
find this out?
yes, I hope she will find this, but we need to wait. Or even queen here, lot of things coming up, a lot of ideas. Or d5. If king captures queen, you
It's a
lose
mate.
checkmate. She can go for lots of tactics here. So that's what I write. You can see both the players are taking the time.
Yeah.
Shivansh is down with 3 minutes and the Nandini is down with 4 minutes. So that's the reason Shivansh is in first place and Nandini even she's unbeaten as of
Correct.
oh she missed this.
Okay, she missed it.
So there was a
d5
lot.
was a very strong move.
Yes.
Tempting white to capture the pawn on d5. The king takes on d5. Queen e4 is a mate.
Yeah. But actually the problem is after d5 the king can go to c7.
c7.
But after rook takes d6 there is no check. Pratik.
Yeah.
So I think yeah. Oh he found this. Shivansh. He found this immediately.
Hmm.
Oh
Now knight on c5 will be very strong.
yes.
Yeah. So the knight was on a6 at the corner of the board, wasn't doing anything fruitful, but now it jumps on c5. Very strong square for the knight.
Okay, but actually this will help white, I guess. After bishop takes knight, pawn takes knight, queen check, king comes back, rook b7,
b7, yeah.
or queen b7 checkmate.
It's a mate.
Yes, but Nandini has to find this. I'm sure she will take this because this knight looks strong and this rook is having no squares too. Basically, it's
Or
a
better
pawn.
capture with king then. Bishop takes c5, you have to capture with king.
Yeah, again, wow, she found it.
But I'm not sure black will capture with the king. Ah, okay, it's a mate.
It's
It's a
checkmate
mate
on two
into.
moves.
But the king can go to d7, right? Wow.
But still, rook will come inside, I guess.
Yeah. There is a sure shot made there.
Yeah, the checkmate is coming up, but he can. It can happen in 3 or 4 moves. Rook check, bishop c7, queen d5 check. We need to find how Nandini finishes this game.
Okay. Black played a good move.
Yes, that's the only move which will save him. Rook b7 check. So you can see the rating difference is not much between them. So that's the reason. It's wow, it's a fighting.
Ooh. Okay, so tactically black white played a decent move because the bishop on d6 is pinned. So white is trying to put more pressure, but rook b7 was great, right? There was a checkmate coming.
Yeah. So now the king c7 will clear all the problems, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, rook b7 can be played afterwards. But I'm not
But
sure
that would
that
be-
that will work.
White should have played that. Rook b7, yeah, you should not miss tactics like this, Chiran, right? Rook b7 was a very sure shot win.
Yes. Shivan should find this move. Otherwise, again, oh, I guess this is a mistake. Queen c6.
Queen c6
King b, rook b1, checkmate.
and queen c6, bishop c7.
Yeah, so for bishop c7, still he can go with rook b1. She
Yeah,
can go with
white
rook
played.
b1. c7, rook b1. So then I guess black should play rook f1 to give some pieces, something like that.
Correct.
So it's clearly right. So they are down with time. So that's the reason they are missing the tactics as well as they're making a few
It
mistakes.
can happen, right? It can happen even to grandmasters. When you are down with time,
Yes.
yeah, you are tend to do like some mistakes will creep in your game.
Okay, I was even checking rook takes rook, but there's a move king takes. King can take it. Oh, she can try. She can try this. Queen king takes queen e white, something like this.
But then
Oh,
nothing after king d7.
okay. Sorry for this. Oh, yeah. I was checking this move just now.
Hmm.
It's a great move. So bishop here, rook checkmate.
Yeah.
Oh, she found the best move.
It's a mate in two, right?
Yeah, it's forced. It's mate in one basically. Yeah, checkmate.
Wow.
It's a great move.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. So now Nandini jumped to first place, and Shivan is also very close. Shivan is also in it. Yeah. So we have games going on. Varun is taking on Sharvil here. Varun is up with complete piece.
Hmm. When you're up a piece in the end game,
Just
you should not face much of troubles. That should be an easy conversion for you.
yes, exactly. So you just push the pawn forward and bring one more rook inside
Correct.
the black's
And then you
territory.
have knight with you, right? You can use the knight well.
Okay. So he was trying to attack this pawn, but the knight was supporting.
I think I would also go for rook e7, right? Because we always
Rook in the seventh rank.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely right. You should always try to get the rook on the seventh rank. That's a heaven for rook.
So now Varun should go for this move. Otherwise, black will just play here and it'll capture the pawn. Oh,
Okay, he missed it, right?
I guess both the players are playing pretty fast. Again, they have sufficient time. 5 and 6 minutes.
Not utilizing the time enough, Chinan.
Yes, exactly.
Because when you have 5 minutes on the clock and you are into the end game, take some time, right? Try to find the best move.
So this is a lost for Sharpil, I guess. This is clearly weak.
Now just keep pushing the B pawn.
Yeah, it's a simple game.
B4, B5, B6, it's unstoppable.
Oh, okay. Okay, but he's just provoking him to capture this, right? Here,
Okay.
the knight moves, capture the pawn. Okay. Yeah, so this is a clear win for Varun. But if he can take time and figure it out the best way to win this one, so that will be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go to Rook Masters now.
yeah, sure. Yeah, still the standings remain same. So they are taking time to play the game. That's really important. Okay, Sankeet jumped into second place with 4 points. Rishabh has just lost his game, and Suvit is in still first place. Okay, this is an interesting game. Suvit is playing with black pieces, and white player is Arshita, I guess.
Right.
Suvit is up with 2 points.
What do you think about this position, Chiran?
I guess black is clearly better because of some extra pawns as well as the king,
Yeah.
which is not under safe. Yeah, I was just checking this move. If rook captures, there is a move bishop b6.
Yeah.
I guess Suvit need to be very careful about this
Then
move.
you will play Queen C4. Queen C4 check.
Oh yeah, so queen c4 check is there.
Yeah.
So queen here. Now I was checking if white can capture this pawn. Can she go for the pawn? She went for it.
I don't think that would be the right idea considering the position of your king.
Right, but there is no proper way to get attack. Okay, rook e2,
Rook E2, right? There's a lot of pressure on F2.
rook f3. So lot of things coming up here.
Then Queen E4. So many threats. See, black need not have to worry. Look how safe black's king is.
Yes. So his pawns are sufficient to protect. Even he can go for knight d5. He can bring his knight towards the white territory.
But now the time factor will come into play. Both players have less time left on the clock.
Yes, yeah, that's for sure. Because with this, but here for the rook masters, they have 5 second increment
5 second increment, yeah.
for each move. I think that will help them. And yeah,
What
so
would you play, Chiran, if you are black in this position?
so if I'm a black piece, yeah, I would have gone for queen check. Okay, rook, yeah, rook e2. This
Rook
was
E2, right?
yeah,
Even I
this
was
was
thinking about this move.
yeah.
Just getting the rook on the 7th rank, that's it.
So the rook f3 is the only move. Hashida need to find this move.
Correct.
But after this, knight is jumping to d5. It's again a big threat.
Yeah, we found it.
So by the way, Pratik, are you following the World Championship?
Yeah, absolutely right. The games are going crazy.
Yes. The player who is having the white pieces, getting a win most of the time. And as of now, Nepo, who is from USA, he's in the lead with 5
Yeah,
points. And Ding Liren from China,
China.
he's with 4 points. It's very close. A
It's very close.
single
Yeah.
win can bring up an equality
And
in
do you
this
know,
game.
I think in the fourth or the fifth game, French was played. right? And this was the first time in the last 40 or 50 years of World Chess Championship that the French was played in a World Championship match.
Yes, yes. The both the players are playing some crazy stuffs. Even in one of the match, I think Dingleren played a London system, which yeah, so which most of the players will avoid in these kinds of big
Correct,
tournaments.
correct.
So they're
Even
just
crazy moves like H3 was played, right? The second or third game.
oh yes, yes. I guess in
Ding
what
went ahead with H3, right?
yeah
And then he lost the game in next 10 moves.
yes. I think in the Queen's Gambit he played Queen's Gambit and he went for some
Yeah.
sidelines H3.
Yeah, but this World Championship is very interesting because the games are decisive, right?
Yes, compared to the last
Yeah.
one for the first six games, I think they ended up in a draw, and the last 6 to 7 rounds it was decided. But this
Yeah.
time, I think the players are going out of their comfort zone and they are preparing some different things to
So I
surprise the
believe even
supporters.
that's how chess should be, right? You have to play exciting chess.
Yes,
That's how you get more and more crowd to watch those games, right? If the games end in a draw, no one wants to see a game of chess drawn after 5 to 6 hours, right? You play a game of chess in a classical game for 5 to 6 hours, and then the game ends in a draw.
yeah. But if it's a fighting game, I'm sure everyone will
Yeah,
enjoy this.
absolutely. Then you will enjoy.
But last time I think we witnessed one of the game between Nepo and Carlsen where it went for 8 hours or nine
Yeah,
hours
yeah.
and
That
it
was a
ended
fighting draw.
in
Yeah,
Magnus won that game after eight
yeah,
hours.
exactly.
Ooh, Sumit blender. Sumit completely missed this. Now suddenly Harshita is winning.
Yeah, the tides turned.
I think Queen D3.
And even Chirant, I noticed in this World Championship match, so many games. I think in 3 to 4 games there were some exchange sacrifices happening, right?
Yes, yeah. So it's a complete different format that we are experiencing in this year
Correct.
basically because both the players have the different style of playing.
Yeah,
So that's the reason. But till previous year, Magnus Carlsen was there, and yeah, he's famous for his memory. He can remember the entire game for 50, 60 moves, and he can prepare for 30 or 40 moves with
correct.
all the variations. That's what he's capable of. If he had played this year as well, I'm sure he would have won this. There is no doubt in
Too
that.
strong, Chirant.
Yeah.
To
So,
defeat Magnus, it's not easy. But yeah, there are so many Indian young kids, right? Like
yes,
Pragyananda, Gukesh, Nihal,
Arjun, Arjun.
Arjun, right? Even recently, Arjun defeated Magnus. Vidit defeated Magnus.
Yeah, Pragnananda defeated. Yeah, everyone is taking on Magnus now. But yeah, this is what right. Magnus setup has standard. If someone defeats him,
It becomes the news.
it's becoming a big news. Yes, so he should be proud of that because yeah, if someone defeats him, that's a breaking news in the chess
That's the
field.
breaking news. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so we are left with 44 seconds for Harshita and 30 seconds on the clock for Sumit. Now this will be interesting when you have less time on the clock. So Harshita fought very well in this match, right? She was not in a good position at all,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
she didn't give up.
exactly. Now 20th, 40 seconds. So now there is a more chance that players will make a mistake because now if Shida goes for queen d3, knight f4 check. So still knight f4 check is coming up.
Then you have to play King G3, correct?
Yeah, again knight. It's a easy draw. Okay, it's not a draw. Knight here, king comes back, knight d4.
Hmm. Interesting.
This is an interesting knight maneuvering. We will call this as knight
Yeah.
maneuvering. Okay, I hope so. We found this. King here, knight comes here, king again comes back, and knight. Yeah, he found that.
We found it. So he's utilizing the pin on F3 square.
And for now, queen takes f7. So after that, the position looks equal.
Now white has to play Queen takes F7, right? Because you need a support on the rook. Yeah, white played.
Yeah, I am surprised that even though in this type of position they are trying to find the best move. Yeah, queen
Yeah.
f4. I think Kashita should. Oh wow, she's not at all ready to give up. She don't want
Wonderful.
draw. She won't win. Yeah, queen takes. Yeah, if oh why?
Why?
She just gave up a piece. No knight. Oh yeah, so suddenly it got into the favor of Shamit.
Oh my god. That is crazy, right? I was expecting her to capture the rook on f3.
So that's what exactly she captured this pawn. Oh,
The
oh
game is gone.
yes. Yeah, so that's what happens in time pressure.
I'm pretty sure that in the next class, her coach will analyze the game with her,
Yes.
and she
But
will understand
her
what's
coach will be
important.
very happy to see this game because she fought very well against an
That's
high
it.
rated player. And she will be happy to see this game again. Oh, g5.
Certainly.
G5, yeah. Fine. I think
Let's go to the next one. Yeah.
yeah, it's in the favor of Sumit. Okay. So I guess we're in the last 8 minutes. I think we can stick on to night out for the eight
Yeah,
minutes
please.
and we'll come back. Oh,
We are
Varun.
left with last 8 minutes in Knights category, and Varun Yadav is leading, right? He has 13 points.
You can see he
So
played
he has
seven
a great
games.
chance of finishing first.
Yeah. So he played 7 games. That's interesting.
Yeah. He lost one and he drew one.
Yes. Yeah. So here, Sharvil is playing with white pieces and he's taking on Devaditya with black pieces.
Sharvil is with white. Okay.
So to be mentioned, recently I met Devaditya in one of the offline tournament,
Okay, in
and
Bangalore?
yes, in Bangalore. So he didn't had a good start because it's a national event and it's a rating event.
Right.
But I'm happy to see that he's enjoying chess. He enjoys chess even after losing 2 to 3 games. He was having the smiling face and he was enjoying the atmosphere in the offline tournament.
Wow. That's great, right? And Chiran, like he's a very small kid. I think he's
Yes.
6 years old. I don't think he's more than 6.
Yes. So along with it, his parents are very encouraging to him. Even I spoke with their parents. They're happy to means they are not bothered about win or lose. They want they wanted to play the tournament.
Yeah, that's more important, right? Because once you start enjoying the game, the results will follow.
That's exactly
Don't
yes.
get pressurized with the results. Just try to give your best. Try to play a good game of chess, right? And pretty sure you will start doing well. So that's the attitude you should have, right? When you play any game of sport.
Exactly. I think Devaditya blundered few pieces here.
Yeah.
I think 2 pieces continuously.
So what happened to his queen? Oh,
Queen
queen.
C8.
Okay, then he played queen d8 and lost the queen.
Yes, he played Queen C8 and
Okay, knight d7 fork.
double attack. Yes, due to
Yeah.
double attack, he lost the queen, and even he lost the rook by placing rook on d8, which was not the
Oh,
safe scores.
so this is very common among young kids. Okay, they don't see knight fork coming.
Yes. Yeah. So and more importantly, it's you can see right they are sitting for around 50 minutes. So they will lose their concentration as well as they will lose their patience.
Correct.
So with this, it
That's
happens
important.
with all the small kids, not only him, with all the small kids. I think even Devaditya is 6 or 7 years. He's very small.
Yeah. So how
Yes.
to overcome this, Chiran?
Yeah. So
How to
it.
improve the focus or how to improve your patience when you are playing a game of chess?
So one of the way that I found was to practice over the offline board. So I suggest usually all my students as well as the kids who I meet them, so to practice over the board. So the main
Correct.
reason I prefer them is if it's an offline board, they need to arrange the pieces every time. So at that
Hmm.
starting, they may get frustrated because of that. But once, because yeah, even when I was small, I was getting frustrated to arrange the board.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing that we had when you are in a childhood. There was no computer and all, so we used to
Correct.
practice through offline, and we got patience because of that. So that's the reason even I prefer kids to practice over the board. They can play game in online, but while solving the puzzle and all, it's better to practice over the board because it will improve their patience level.
Absolutely. Okay. So even what I do right now is like whenever I want to solve puzzles on leeches, I will go to leeches. I will see the puzzle screen, the same pieces I will arrange on my physical board, and then I solve puzzles, right? So that's how we increase the patience.
Yes. So the main reason is even though we are learning in online, the tournaments will happen in offline. So they need to get adjusted to the offline boards as well. But
Correct.
online is feasible for practice. It's a great mode
It's a
for
great
practice
platform.
and the learning. But they should have the equal thing in offline as well as offline, online. Yeah, I guess yeah, Starville is clearly
Yeah.
winning here. He's having lots of losses. Yeah, so this will be a great fight, I guess, because they are very close in their ratings. Just 10 points difference. Oh,
So
okay.
Shivam is playing against Varun.
Yes, Dhirav.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry, Dhirav. Dhirav. Yeah,
Dhirav
Dhirav is playing against
is
Varun.
Varun. I guess, yeah, so Varun is again winning, clearly winning. He's up with Queen.
It's a queen up, right?
Yeah. So I think a few moves back he lost his Queen. Oh, G3.
Okay, with a discover check.
G3, I don't think this is the good move because it will exploit the king.
Correct, correct.
I think even okay, there is no good move here because knight discover check is coming up. Okay, anyway, I think Varun was up with one piece. He was winning clearly, but he lost the pieces. Rook f4. Okay, it's a new
What
system.
is his plan? Why is he playing Rook F4?
It's under pin. But now the problem for Varun is this knight is stuck. The knight is having no square stop. Oh, knight g1. What's the idea? I wouldn't go for
Let's go
c1.
one more back. How about Rook takes F2 check? No, no, not now. Yeah, Rook E1. Now White plays Rook E1. Now Rook F2 instead of Knight G1.
King takes, queen check.
E3 check.
Yeah, it was. It actually it was a great move.
It's a mate, yeah.
Yeah, checkmate was there, I guess. Yes, a simple move is to push the pawn. Yeah.
H5 exactly. You should try to break the pawn structure. Yeah, and he played right. So this is wonderful, right? Many kids are like they understand that when there is a pin, you have to attack the piece. So the G3 pawn is pinned, so they will go with H5. H4.
Yes. So
Wonderful.
this basically is exploiting the pin.
Yeah.
Okay, but now rook e4 is there. Yeah, he was. I was just taking this move. He'll lose this pawn. I guess Varun could have waited for one more move. Okay, is he losing the rook? No. Queen f5 is there. Oh, lost his rook.
You should have played Queen F5, right?
Oh, Dhirav, missed this.
Uh,
So if you had captured the rook, then again, it's a great advantage for white, I guess.
yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah. So I guess Dhirav could have taken some
Yeah,
move.
because he has 6-7 minutes on the clock. You should not miss this move.
So now queen e2, queen e2. Okay, but I'm not sure this game will be considered because we are just left with 1 minute, and the leeches has some rules that they will not provide a new opponent if the tournament time is below 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So now, if they finish their game, they will not get the new opponent, and they need to finish the game before 1 minute to count or to count in the tournament points.
True.
So I
So
guess
we're left
this,
with 50 seconds, right?
yeah, this game will not be counted, I guess. So Rihan is taking Sardana. Sardana is playing with white pieces. So the last move is here. I can see. I guess Vihar is trying to do double attack here.
Double attack, right? Knight 4.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, should
Oh,
black play e5? Okay, this is a mistake. You lose your knight.
yes. Yeah. So as you
Don't
mentioned, black should have gone for
don't be in a
e5.
hurry, right? Don't be in a hurry to capture your opponent's piece.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, we will prefer, means as you said, don't be hurried to capture the piece. Instead of that, we should inform the kids, don't be hurried to give up the piece.
Because here black simply gave up the piece, right? On knight 6
Yes.
is a blunder.
Yeah. So e5, bishop takes knight, then knight c2. This was there.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the tournament has ended for the night outs.
Okay, so let's see what's the result.
Yes, we have the winners. So Varun is in the first place with 71% win rate. I guess
Yeah.
he lost one of the game and he drew one, except
Yeah.
that he won all the games. And we have Nandini with a 75% win rate, and she lost only one. I think she was playing her last game. And Sardana is in the third place with 50% win rate. I think she won three games and drew one, and she lost only two games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I congratulate all the participants who took part in night outs. Yeah, so your coach will help you to find your mistakes and come back stronger, and don't try to make the same mistakes. Yes. So if you make the new mistakes, the coach will be
It's
happy and
perfectly
he will be
fine. Yeah.
happy to assist you so that you can correct your mistake. But we prefer you not to repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah, so the quality of games was good, Chiran. Certainly, the kids can improve, and I'm pretty sure they can improve if they play slowly, right? What
Yes.
I'm observing here is like they are making lightning fast moves. So you have 10
Yes.
15 minutes on the clock, right? Play slowly, try to find the best move, and I'm pretty sure that your win percentage will increase.
100%. Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah, but
what.
congratulations to each and everyone who participated in Night Owls category, and congratulations to the winners, the top three winners. You did really well, and I'm pretty sure that along the week you will practice more and you will do better, right, in the next tournament.
Yes. Yeah. So I guess now we can stick on to
Go
Rook
to the category.
Masters.
Yeah. So we have left with last 8 minutes.
Okay, yeah, you can see the top place is still with 8 points.
Yeah,
So he has
wonderful.
played
Right?
only 3 games. Okay, sweet. I think he's playing, yeah.
So
So
can you go
he's
with Rishikesh's game once?
sure. Yeah, so I just opened one of the game. We'll just
Yeah.
check this and we'll jump to this game.
So Srivatsan is playing against Suit.
Yeah. So again, Shivatsan is playing very fast. I can see the timings. But he's up with one pawn, to be precise.
What a Rook C8.
Yes, even I was checking this move. Rook C. Oh, Rook C. There's a bishop.
Oh, there's a bishop on F5.
Yeah, this is a move. This is a good move.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now black has to play Queen E8, right?
now
To
queen.
stop Queen
Yeah,
F7
queen takes
mate.
bishop is there.
Oh, I think the game is gone. The
Yes.
game is gone.
Okay, so this is a real scenario where the player played very fast and he's winning the game compared to the player who played slowly. Yeah. But yeah, so don't follow this. Try to play slowly. Try to
Can you
find
go
the
three,
best
four
move.
moves back, Chiran? I'm quite curious to know like how we got this position.
Yeah, sure. So
Okay.
I guess Shivatsan went for London system here. I can see the
Yeah.
bishop on f4. This structure comes in London system.
Yeah.
Bishop a6, good move. Knight e4. Okay, he's targeting this knight. Knight takes knight.
So black did castle. That's the problem.
Okay, so how did Shivatsan came out of this? He lost his rook. Huh. Okay. Oh, so here I think he made a mistake. Sorry. Just go back a little more. So for knight here, I think he could have tried bishop here, I guess, but still, it's not a good idea. Oh, what's the idea of f6?
Oh.
Capture the knight?
Don't you think he should have played pawn G6 instead of F6?
No, capture the knight.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, capture the
It's
knight
a
would be
free
good.
piece, right?
Okay, but the rook will enter here. That's the concern. Or the queen d5. Lot of things coming up.
Because your king is not safe. That's the concern
Oh
here.
wow, this is a great move.
So I can observe this, Chiran. I can see this that the kids are using fork very well. They are exploiting the pin very well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Correct. So these are the
Oh
two tactics that
wow.
we frequently see in the game.
So you can see, right? He figured out a way to come out of the pit.
Wow. Fantastic, right?
Yes. Queen goes back. Okay, it's queen before. I think this is lost, but he is playing some good moves.
Bishop. Okay.
I think rook e7. Okay, but the queen will capture the bishop. Yeah, queen takes bishop. That looks good. Rook e7. Queen takes bishop.
Then queen b3 mate.
Okay, he's trying to play safe. Oh, rook c8. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's finding some good moves here. It's a good move, bishop g4. Yeah.
Yeah. Black resign.
Yes. Okay, Suvit was unbeaten till now. So
Well done,
She won
Srivatsan.
against, yeah, she was won against him. I
So
guess.
Srivatsan played just 2 games, right?
Yes, he joined late, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah, at the starting, when we checked the standings, his name was not there.
correct.
So I think he joined just now. Okay, now it's really nice to see Suvir against Suvit.
Wow. Can you go through Rishikesh's game once?
Sure. Okay,
Because we got the
Rishikesh.
request from the parent.
Yes. So Rishikesh is taking on Atal. Wow, an exciting position. Rishikesh is having two pieces for a rook.
Rishikesh is with white, Atharva is with black.
So it's a good move actually. It's a good move. But I would prefer to play rook d7 and he can try g5 if possible so that it will trap the bishop.
Yeah.
Atal could have tried that. Okay, now a very interesting move. Yeah, f4 is coming up. I think this is a big problem for Rishikesh. Yes, h4. Because he cannot capture with this pawn, the rook will capture the bishop. Even after this pawn captures, oh, rook check.
But what about Rook G1 check?
King f8.
Yeah, the bishop on E2 is pain, right? That's the problem.
Yes, so that's what he'll take advantage of. But there is a move called king f1. He can come out of the pin. Bishop here. Okay, it also looks good.
Hmm.
Oh, but now I am checking for the move rook f3, king f3, rook f8 check.
And you get the bishop on E2.
Yes. Yeah, again, you can see both the players are blitzing out their moves.
Because we are left with 2 minutes on the clock. They want to win the game, right? To get some points.
Yeah, so don't concentrate only on the tournament. So it's just a practice tournament. We are conducting this tournament for your practice. So we want you to spend the quality of time in playing chess. So don't consider
Correct.
the top three places in the practice tournament. It's important, but it's very important to finish the game on a higher note.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks good. I think here f3 could have been the game for Atal.
F3 was better, yeah. But it was difficult to find.
Yes, yeah, it's really hard. But as we can see, right, he's having 9 minutes. I'm sure if he could have taken just 1 minute to find this move. Because as the kids in the Rook Masters, they can find these tactics if they spend 1 or 2 minutes easily. See, wow. Oh, okay. This was the idea of him.
D6.
Yeah. So to target means to drive this bishop back and capture this pawn. But still, I'm
I
not.
think how about Rook G1 now?
Yeah, Rook G1 king here, bishop D3. I'm still not convinced about C5 move.
Oh no.
Yeah, it still looks good. He's attacking the rook.
Rook G1 was better, right? You get some play at
Yes.
least because you have two bishops on an open diagonal. You have to use those bishops.
But in the next move, still he can go with Rook G1.
Yeah.
It's still there.
So less than 1 minute on the clock now, Chiran.
Yes, I am sure this game will not be counted for the tournament. But still, they can continue this scheme. Okay, I can see Atar asked for a draw. Oh, it's a draw. Okay, they want to.
Okay, wow. Draw by mutual agreement. Fantastic.
Okay, so I guess this is not the exact way that we want. So we want kids to play the game, play the entire game.
Correct.
So I guess they want to take few points for the tournament. So that's why
Yeah.
they.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. So that's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. So but it's fine. I think yeah, if the game would have continued, I guess there will be a winner in this position because the game was going in either way. After
Because
the
it's a very interesting position. Both the
yes.
players have chances. Okay, so Rish, yeah. So that's the end of the tournament.
Yes. Okay, here you can see the Suvit was winning against Suvir. So the game was not counted. Yeah. So we have the winners here. Rishabh is in the first place with 71% win rate, and
Wonderful.
I think he lost only the two games. And Suvir is in the second place with 75% win rate. You can see between Rishabh and Suvir, Suvir has just played 4 games, and Rishabh has played 7 games, and
Yeah.
difference is just 2 points. So that's what we prefer to play quality of game. Yes, Subir is in the second place, and Suvit is also in the third place with equal number of points and equal number of win rates. So due
Yeah.
to the tiebreaker, he ended in the second place.
Correct. So, Chiran, the quality of games in Rook Masters is very high. Kids
Yes.
use lots of tactics because these
Yes.
are the kids who practice chess each day, right?
Exactly.
So, even if you check out the leeches rating, they are like 1800, 1700 on leeches. So, they are pretty strong chess players. Many of them are FIDE rated.
Yes. Exactly. So I guess even the night owls kids can enter here, but they need to practice at least 30 minutes a day, or try to solve 10 puzzles a day. So that will
Correct.
boost their memory as well, not only in the field of chess, it will help them in studies as well. It will help them to bring back the concentration. It will help them to concentrate on a single thing. So
Correct.
chess, yeah.
That's what chess teaches you.
Yes, yeah.
Right, but overall it was a wonderful tournament. Both the category kids, they played really well, and congratulations to all the winners as well as congratulations to all the participants, right? Because you played chess for 1 hour, and your games will keep on improving, right? You just have to practice each and every day.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so I congratulate all the winners. Yeah, come back stronger in the next week. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much, Chiran.
yeah. Happy
Yeah,
weekend to everyone. Yeah, bye bye. Signing off
yeah.
from
Bye bye,
Chessbrainz.
thank you.